Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me a while, you know that I'm a huge fan of vinyl records, and recently I had been in the market for an ultrasonic cleaner for myself, and ultimately I decided to go with this model from VEVOR, their 6-liter digital option. For me, having an ultrasonic cleaner is one of those things that I had held off on buying because they're relatively expensive, and now that I have one and I've used it, I really wish I had picked this one up years ago. The results can't be beat. Having those ultrasonic bubbles getting into the grooves and shaking apart all the dirt and grime on a microscopic level is not something that any other cleaning method I've used can even get close to. And after doing research and looking at a ton of reviews, I chose this VEVOR brand cleaner so that not only can I clean the used records that I have purchased, but also to maintain my records as they get dirty over time. And I'll go over all the specs and details of this model for you, and stick around to the end because I'll also let you hear the results of a before and after cleaning test. First up, this option is one of the best bang for buck options that I could find out there, priced at under $200 depending where you buy it from. You're getting a quality machine that can handle personal use cleaning sessions on occasion, but it can even be used on a professional level, so if you're in the business of buying and selling vinyl records, you should definitely pick a couple of these up. Now, this 6-liter model is an absolute tank of a unit, weighing in at over 12 pounds while empty. You can feel that the quality of the materials being used were not skimped out on. This tank is made of 304L stainless steel, so you're getting a really good resistance to rust, and the tank is designed to hold water in it for long periods of time, of course. You can use the attached hose to set up a drainage or a filtering system to this cleaner, but for me, I just dump the water out after I've cleaned the records that I want to clean. There is also a shutoff valve on the drain, so if lifting or tilting the machine to dump is too cumbersome, you can just use the valve to drain it all out. Now, when you get this unit, there is some slight assembly required, but it's nothing difficult. There's a few screws and bolts, use of one screwdriver, and you're good to go. The instructions on assembly are pretty easy to figure out. However, there is not a walkthrough when it comes to actually cleaning or using the unit for your records. Don't worry though, I'll walk you through everything in this video. Now, the cleaner consists basically of two main components, the tank and the motor assembly. Now, the motor assembly needs to be positioned in the middle of the tank edge so that your records do not rub on the sides of the tank while using the unit. Plug in the unit and you can start and stop the motor with the simple push of the power button on the housing. When the motor is running, it will rotate at 7 RPM, which is 7 full rotations per minute. You can raise and lower the motor as needed, which is nice to give you more control of how deep you want the record submerged into the tank. This comes in handy if you want to ensure that the labels of the record are not submerged into the water. I like to put the fill line just under those labels so you don't run into that issue. Now, you will also see that there are 9 of these acrylic spacers that fit onto the motor spindle. This will allow you to clean multiple records simultaneously, and I have seen contention out there in various forums and discussions regarding if you should do more than 2 at a time, with results varying for others. But for me, I would say if you're short on time, run multiple at once and see what the results are for you. In my case, I usually clean anywhere from 1 to 3 records at a time, and I have not personally noticed any decline in terms of the results from cleaning just 1 at a time versus 3 at a time. The tank housing is really easy to use. You have 2 sets of buttons built in with digital displays above each. The left set is to control your solution temperature. Simply connect the power cord into the unit, flip the power switch, and you will see both sides light up with the last settings used. You can then use the plus or minus buttons to raise and lower the temperature to your desired level. Just keep in mind it does measure in Celsius, so you'll need to convert it to Fahrenheit. I set mine to 35 degrees Celsius, which is right at around 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and you'll see the current temp displayed under the actual temp panel, and then you'll press that on-off button to start warming the tank solution. But keep in mind you do have to actually run the unit in order to have it start heating simultaneously. Now, this unit can heat in the range from 20 to 80 degrees Celsius, but from what I've researched, you want to keep your tank water in the 30 to 40 degrees Celsius range to avoid risk of warping and damaging your records. The setup is super simple. Make sure your drain valve is set into the closed position. Your unit should arrive with it in the closed position by default. Then you'll want to add in your distilled water, which for this unit is going to be anywhere from 1 to about 1.5 gallons. I like to put in also about a half cap to a full capful of ultrasonic cleaner solution to maximize the efficiency and deep cleanability of this unit. The one that I purchased is the Ultrasonic concentrate, which is a low foam solution that is free of any alcohol, ammonia, and it should not leave any streaking. I'll link the 2-pack that I picked up down in the comments and the video description in case you want to pick some up for yourself. And if you have any suggestions of what you use that may be better, I'd love to take your recommendations, so please drop them in the comments for us. After the temperature has reached the set level, it's time to set the timer for the cleaning session. And similar to the temperature side, use the plus and minus buttons to set the desired time limit to have the ultrasonic cleaner run. For me, I tend to err on the side of caution, so I only run my cleaning cycle for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And I have seen some say you can run this for up to 30 minutes, but to me that seems a bit excessive, especially after seeing really good results after only a 3 to 5 minute session. And once you have your timer set, it's time to start up the motor of the rotating housing unit and turn on the ultrasonic cleaner. Now, when you first use this machine, don't be alarmed at the noise that it produces. This machine is running at 180 watts and will vary in frequencies up to 40 hertz. This is normal, your machine is not broken, but it can run a bit loud, so you'll want to use this either in a separate room or when no one is around. And be careful if it's going to bother other people and animals in your household. Once the unit has run through the timer, it will automatically stop, but that rotation motor will continue to run, so you'll want to make sure you manually shut that off once it's finished. Now, once the cleaning is finished, I like to use gloves to handle the wet records since there is still isonic cleaner in the solution. Then I'll place the records on the included drying rack. This is a simple rack that you can easily put together and disassemble quickly. And if you're short on time, you can use an air dryer or blow dryer to help dry your records faster. But I will often just let these sit overnight and I'll put them back into their sleeves after the drying period is completed. So how much difference does this whole process make, and is it worth it? I would say absolutely. The cleaning of your records cannot be denied, and there is a reason why these are so popular amongst vinyl collectors and businesses. Now, I do want to mention that while these can significantly, if not fully, remove surface noise due to dirt, grime, and dust, the deep cleaning cannot remove scratches, groove burn, or other defects that can greatly affect the quality of the sound coming from a record. As I promised, here's an example of a record that was quite dirty being played before and then again after a 3 to 5 minute cleaning session, as I've laid out for you in this video.
This is rock and roll radio. Come on, let's rock and roll with the Ramones. This is rock and roll radio. Come on, let's rock and roll with the Ramones.
Now let me know if you can hear a difference, and if you want to pick up one of these units, I've placed links in the comments and description of this video below. I'm not sponsored by the brand, but any affiliate links you do make a purchase through do help my channel grow, so thank you for the support. And I really do hope that this video has been helpful. Be sure to drop your thoughts or any questions you have down in the comments, and until next time, as always, may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.